Okay, cool.
Yeah, sure. You all go together until you hit the inn, and the other two march onto the butchers. And as you come into the inn, the big common room on the ground floor, you can see the constable, Harbuck, what was his name? Wait, what was his name? Harbuck, Constable Harbuck, as well as the innkeeper, Kalessa, standing next to a table. 4 men are seated there. They all look pretty torn down, like they have been in a fight. And they are listening to their tale of what happened. And once they hear the door going, both of them turn around. The men at the table continue eating. And Harbuck, the constable, steps forward. Good, you're back again. And before he really can go on talking, Kalessa spots Neroli, sees how pale she is, runs towards her. No, oh my god, let me help you. And just grabs her, puts her to the next table and puts some soup in front of her. And the constable sits down and motions Kiatna to sit down as well.
Okay, cool. I kind of like put my glaive against the wall, making sure I still have my hand axes on me. And then sit down and like hope for some soup to appear in front of me.
Eventually, soup is brought out for you as well.
Excellent, excellent.
Oh.
I'm like
Fneb,
bleeding as well, so.
Duvel, so you said they're way tired, like they had a fight or something, right?
Well, you are currently on the way to the butcher.
Yeah, we're not there. We went to the butcher's to find the constable, who was actually at the inn.
Yep.
And the constable looks at Kiatna while Neroli is gaining a little bit of energy back. Well, where are the other two? Weren't you 4?
Yeah. They're still around. They didn't die. I'm not sure how I feel about this.
Great.
But yeah, they're around. I think they're going to find. Hang on a minute. You're the constable, aren't you? I just kind of giggled to myself. I just kind of laughed myself and carried on eating my soup.
Oh, right. So these 4 men sitting behind us now were raided last night, and it took them all night to break free again and find their way to Red Lark. And I don't suppose you have seen any bandits as you were coming around last night. They were carrying a rather big cage and transported a boar. I don't.
We saw some bandits. We didn't see a boar, at least not a living one. Very tasty thing though on the fire. But we did see a bear. We did see a bear.
Bear. Yeah.
One of our party, in fact, this one here, I kind of motioned towards Neroli. Decided that she wanted to tame this bear. The bear just toddled off though, just ran off. The bandits,
a little tear runs down my tree.
Yeah. I kind of look over and my lips slightly curl into a smile as I see that.
You're crow. A scrub again.
And yeah, the bandits though, they dead. They dead. We took care of them good.
Oh. Great. Well, good. You're taking care of what's happening in the land. I may have something else you could do for us, but I think we should wait for your companions. When are they going to return?
Is he going to ask us about dealing with the ghost?
After you asked, after the constable asked me, when are they going to return? I just kind of just carrying eating my soup.
I'd say about 5 minutes after they enter would have been when we get back, because it wasn't that long of a walk to get there, find out he was there, and come back.
Yeah, I just find it funny.
So about 5 minutes, we walk back and we sort of immediately see the constable and walk over. We were looking for you. Turns out you were here. And I sort of give a slight glance to Kiana and just sort of go, oh. And I give her a quick nod to Neroli, seeing that she's feeling better.
Yeah, absolutely. So please have a seat, and Kalesa brings some more soup around and sits down as well.
Yeah, soup.
And the constable looks around and leans in a little bit closer, so not everybody in the room would hear. He says, well, Kalesa has an idea of where all this trouble might come from. And he motions towards her. Well, when I was in the forest around Lance Rock, the big rock you can see right out the door, I have heard mysterious scrapings around the rock. I was picking up mushrooms, and something seemed off with everything just in the area. So I think that might be the source of all the evil around here. The constable looks at all of you. So what do you think?
Sorry, I was checking something. You say some rocks in the nearby area. Is that what you said?
Basically, the constable points into a direction through the wall. If you walk 10 minutes to the direction, you can see a big rock formation. It looks like the tip of a spear, really.
And that's not the same direction we went in, is it?
No, it's basically directly the different side. Okay. The opposite side. It's called Lance Rock. It's formed like the tip of a spear. And, well, Kalesa said the area something was off around there.
When you say something was off, what do you mean?
Well, it's just all the flowers were dead, and I heard scraping sounds when I was near the rock, and I didn't stay long, so it just felt cold.
And when did this start being a thing? When did this start occurring?
The last time I was there was 4 nights ago, but I don't know if it's been any longer.
Internally, I sort of look like I do a silent sigh of relief because I know it wasn't the ghost we just killed.
And by the way, I mentioned the black arrow we saw on our way back to the city, and also I say that the size of the arrow and its color was also kind of off, so maybe it's related to what the girl saw. The rock.
As he finishes, I go, why do you mention the goblin as well, huh?
What goblin?
A goblin?
You know which goblin.
I heard some talks about goblins.
Yeah.
So
it wasn't just a goblin now, was it? Why don't you tell us the story, Clemo? Let's keep it spicy.
Well, also on our way back, we saw an ogre with a goblin, apparently looking for something. If I remember
that's a strange
correctly.
friendship, if I've ever seen one.
Well, it was.
Well, now
a strange friendship.
One of
now this friendship is broken. So,
what did you take care of the ogre?
Not exactly. I chose the smaller one.
I'm just finding this whole thing hilarious.
Wow.
I'm just keep eating my soup and just laughing to myself.
I have a completely confused look on my face because I was unconscious this whole time.
I look over you and go, oh, you're gonna
so
like
I'm
this.
like,
You yet? Nobody told you yet what exactly happened.
Yeah, I look over at you like I'm kind of laughing to myself. You're like, what? I just say, you're gonna love this. Just keep eating.
Oh, so I turn to the constable and I ask him, so we heard from Pell was his name, the little boy,
Mm-hmm.
Was his name
I
Pell?
think so,
Pell.
yeah.
So we heard from Pell that there were ghosts wandering around. He'd seen a ghost. Do you know anything about that?
You
Maybe.
don't believe those stories from Pell, do you?
Well, do you know anything about the graveyard near here? Do you know anything about that?
You know, in the early days when the dwarves were still around. Wait, did Fneb just go?
She did. She just walked up.
I'm still here. I'm just picking something up. Just a notepad.
Okay, all right.
Her notepad, so she can keep notes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's important.
She's far more
In the
organized
olden
than us.
days, when the dwarves were still around in the Somber Hills and mined their ores, a lot of noblemen lived around the area, and often, since their houses were alone, they had pooled the graveyards together. So I know one or two graveyards in the area, but most of them are forgotten and old now.
Okay. What would you say if I told you we found a tomb and killed a ghost there?
Oh yeah, it's
He-
dead. It ain't just dead.
He
It's
took-
now dead.
He takes a long look at your loot and says, "Well, I mean, you're a professional storyteller, are you not?"
Yes.
I pull out one of
Yes.
these ancient rings and just start rolling it around in my fingers.
Mm.
What's the name of the elf mentioned in the tomb, or can't remember?
No, unfortunately, someone in our party stopped me from bringing something that could have helped us identify it. And then, as I finished saying that, I just kind of turn around in my seat and just stare at Akane.
I just Kiatne just sort of dismiss her look and just say, it appeared to be the tomb of a half elf, by judging by the skeletal remains we disturbed and by a locket we found with it. It looked like to be a half elf.
So you did open up an old tomb.
Yes.
Oh, we opened it up. Good.
Sometimes
Yeah, but we.
in this area it's also called grave robbery. And it's not something we deal kindly with necessarily.
I'm still
Oh,
rolling
yeah.
like I still at this point like I've had the
Well,
ring
we
rolling
did-
around in my fingers.
we-
I just clasped it back up. And
We
like,
didn't steal anything. We just kept it like it was, and just to check, since there was a ghost, if there was something that like an object that was linked to the ghost in the tomb or something, but we didn't find anything and left it like it was and left the tomb.
we just heard about the ghost and we
Affected
took it
some.
out. Didn't take anything.
I swear.
Clemo, roll persuasion with advantage.
Oh god. He's not gonna
Nice.
believe us. He's not gonna believe us.
Since
Believe the frog. Yeah, I have
Nice.
-1. Believe the frog.
Oh Jesus Christ! Oh no! Oh no!
Well, I can take the first one.
Yeah.
Oh no!
What do you mean?
We
Oh
were
no!
hung
Has
from the
advantage.
streets.
Do you not
He
know
has
how
advantage.
advantage works?
I haven't
You scrub.
stitched, so I can
Yeah.
take whichever I want.
advantage, not disadvantage. So
Yeah.
he's fine. 17 is all right.
And then I'm still rolling the ring around in my fingers. I've returned back and I'm like, yep, we didn't take anything.
I give a quick glance and try to, without the constable notice, just sort of like do a swatting motion, just a quick swatting motion with my hand sort of on the table, just a quick one.
I'm just like, yeah, and just keep eating my soup.
I just stare with my froggy eyes at Cat now. So.
And the constable looks at you and thinks for a moment, looks every one of you in the eyes, and says, "Give me the direction of the tomb, and I'll take our priest and look what actually went
Kill
on
him.
there. In the meantime, you
Okay.
should go and see what made the source of all this evil be at Lance Rock."
Did we talk about the cultist already? I can't remember.
No, we haven't mentioned that yet.
Cultists? Oh, that was off topic. All right.
Yeah, it was non roleplay.
Yeah, so the
So
team's
yeah, we
off
should give
in
him
that
the
way.
direction.
I'm just kind of pointing roughly in the right direction.
Point of vague direction.
Yeah.
And watch for the ogre.
Oh yeah, yeah. There may still be an ogre. Yeah.
A slightly morose ogre.
Yeah.
Slightly morose.
Good
That's
times.
2 words you don't hear together often.
Good times.
I'll make sure to grab my fellow man, and he gets his coat and briskly walks out the door.
And then he's gone.
And then he's gone, leaving Alessa at the table.
And it's gone.
I just hope you could maybe look what's happening at Lance Rock. And then she gets up. I have to take care of a few guests. You'll stay here free of charge, of course.
Thank you.
Thank you kindly.
Wow. Thank you.
And
In the same rooms as
she's
before?
off again.
Oh,
Yeah, absolutely.
thank you.
Wonderful.
Just
And then-
over her shoulder as she's tending to the other guests.
And when she leaves, I turn back to Akano and ask him why did he mention that we dig up the tomb of the half-elf. It was not necessary.
I didn't say we took anything. I just said we saw something and moved some bones. I didn't say we took
You
anything.
should mention. You should have mentioned we've moved the bones.
But I put them back.
You did.
I took time to do that too, so...
Yeah, with your magic hand.
Actually, no, it had run out. I had to do it by hand.
Mhm.
And being reminded of that, I look at my hands and quickly run up to my room to go wash them.
And I take the opportunity to eat his soup too. I'm hungry.
Oh yeah.
I
wow.
laugh
Okay.
when Akano goes running out the room, like staring at his hands, and I just like push my bowl away and like, ha! Good times. Good times. And I pocket the ring.
So after eating dinner, you could, if you wanted to, decide to take a short rest, and that would give you all the benefits the short rest gives you, including to roll your hit dice to regain HP. Or you just can do any. You can do that, or you can say, okay, we'll take a long rest
What?
as well.
Well, what time is it now? Because we still want to go to that other place, don't we?
Like 3.
Well, we have to
3
make a
PM or-
choice.
Yeah, 3 p.m.
We have to make a choice. If we take the short rest, we can do Lance Rock, but we don't know how long that's going to take, so we might not be able to get back to the quarry in time. And if we take the long rest, we can only do the quarry.
I think we should. I mean, Lancelot can wait till tomorrow, right? No, she last saw this 4
Another
days
free
ago.
night in another free night in a room in a nice inn. I'm not complaining.
I like your thinking. The long rest it is. I need a good sleep.
Mine's only 4 hours though.
And what will you do? Will you wash this time, or just stare at the door? Stare at the door for 4 hours.
I laugh and like look at you with the kind of like, oh, you weirdo, not even washing. And I kind of lean a bit towards you and go, kind of like sniff at you a bit.
I push you away and just walk off and just
Leave me alone.
shaking my head.
I just burst into laughter as you leave the room. That Akano.
I take a gold coin out of I take a gold coin out of a pouch and just chuck it at you as I'm leaving.
Thanks.
Just to-
Can I do a
just to-
dex roll to see if I catch it?
Sure, yeah.
If you fail, it will hit you in the face, right on the forehead.
Akano rolls a dex check as well. It's contested, so whoever rolls highest gets the result they want.
Contest the 4.
Oh, isn't it a good thing I have a +4? Oh my god! Jesus.
It's a roll on the left, though,
Lucky
right?
Fneb.
Yeah, it's always the roll on the left.
Yeah, so
Oh, okay,
you won.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I get hit in square in the forehead by this coin. But then, given that I'm like a barbarian, I was like, oh, gold coin. I just pocket it.
Where did that come from?
Yeah.
Alright,
So anything we want to do before we time jump for the long rest?
No.
Where didn't you say there were like 4 other men with the? Oh no, they left with the constable, right?
No. The 4 men are still sitting there. They are looking beat up and basically just arrived this morning after probably being up all night since they were trying to get up or whatever. The constable took 2 of his men that were still at the watches, and probably the priest to look at the tomb.
Are they workers or soldiers?
They look like. Well, it's pretty hard to tell currently since most of their clothing has been torn and they are pretty dirty right now. But they.
Sorry, go
on. They all have had weaponry. Now you only see the empty sheaths at their side, and they look pretty buff. Yeah, so they were probably transporting the spore to somewhere else.
Well, maybe we should ask them.
Yeah. So I get up, pat my belly a bit after that nice soup, and I kind of go and like kind of invade their personal space a bit. And like, so what's your story? And just sit down at the table without asking if I can, if they don't mind.
All look super surprised that a tiefling is now sitting at the table as well. Well, yesterday when we were gathering up our stuff and getting a fire, we were just attacked from within the dark and struck down pretty quickly. There must have been 8 or 10 men, literally too many for us to handle.
Huh. What happened then?
Well, it all went dark pretty quickly, and we woke at night all with ropes tied behind our backs and to a tree, and it took us until the morning till we could get free, and then a few hours of traveling by foot till we reached Redlark to tell the constable. We also lost everything else we had on us, including the bow we were supposed to bring to Waterdeep.
Well, I got good news and bad news. Which do you want? I have a little grin on my face.
Well, the good news, we have enough of that already.
Sorry, say again?
The good news, we have had enough of bad news already.
Well, the good news is we're pretty sure that we found those bandits. They're dead. They're gone.
What happened to them?
Casually saying that.
Yeah. Well, what happened was I got a really good throw. My javelin straight through the neck. Another one grabbed him by the neck, hacked his head off. It was good. Oh yeah.
And they all sit there, eyes wide open. One of them drops his spoon into the soup, and well, good you're around them as they all scoot a little bit away on the benches.
Why'd you have to scare everybody?
I'm just kind of in like a kind of like just generally amused mood. So I'm just like, I don't really care. I'm just here for my own amusement at this point. So yeah, those bandits probably not bad. Probably not going to bother you anymore. Do you want the bad news though?
Anymore.
Excuse me?
You want the bad news as well, probably.
Well, if you have to, yeah, sure.
That boar though, the boar didn't make it either.
Damn. Hit by a stray arrow, I suppose.
Well, actually, it was on the fire when we got there. Tasted pretty good as well.
Damn these bandits. What? Tastes pretty good. God damn it.
If I remember correctly, we took some meat from the boar. So.
Oh yeah, good call.
So I bring my part on the table and say, "Enjoy your meal." enjoyed the boar.
Yeah, we certainly did.
And they sit around hanging shoulders and even sadder than before you got to them. Once
Mission
you're done
complete.
with them as well.
Well, my work here is done, and I just stand up and go to my room.
I just remember.
As I'm leaving, I also say, "Glad I can help," and just clap one of them on the shoulder.
I just remembered the boars have tusks.
Yes, they do.
Mm-hmm.
It's a shame
If
we didn't
only I had
remember that.
remembered when we were there, I would have taken them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a bit late for that. Now.
Only.
Yep.
Well, you can go back and look if you
Yeah,
want
you
to.
can still go back and.
I'm not even in the conversation, am I?
Right.
We're forgetting
Already
about
done. Neroli, Clemo, someone else you want to piss off?
No, I'm still feeling kind of like queasy and gross, so I just head up to my room right away. Sleep off
Alright.
the soup.
Sleep off the soup.
Yeah, gotta do it. Gotta have a nap.
Soup coma. Yeah.
A nap.
A nip.
Clemo?
Yeah, I'll go back to my room too.